I mentioned on social media that I was probably going to give it a miss yesterday because I wasn't really feeling it. I wasn't feeling right and all this sort of thing. And it's not a new feeling. I've been feeling a bit weird for about a week or so now. I don't know if it's my injections or whatever, my tablets, a bug, just something happening. But I kind of thought that if I wasn't going to be Mr. Positive, then I was probably best to not record. But I don't know how much longer it's going to last. So I thought I'd just get it out of the way today, do a video, talk about it, try and embrace it, hopefully work through it. It's been an interesting couple of days because actually where I've been feeling weird, I've been trying to take note of what I am triggered by, what makes me feel weird, what makes me feel irritated, what bothers me. I was noticing that I mentioned I made the mistake of following about 1,000 people on Twitter when I was getting that retweet thing done to try and get my dad to stop reading the newspaper, and the people I followed were all just militant about whatever party policies they follow on the internet, whatever it is they support, Tories, Labour, these rights, that right, whatever. So I've had to go through and unfollow about 1,000 people again because it was stressing me out that they were all ranting about something, and I'd start forming opinions on things or reacting to things I'd read, and it was like, ugh, I don't want to be getting embroiled in these debates that I just really doesn't, my input doesn't matter, it's not important. And then it started making me think there's so much of that online. There's so much stuff at the moment on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, all these other sites that people are ranting and raving and hollering about things, and you're like, it won't change. None of you are important. None of you people shouting about this are related to it, connected to it. Two people arguing over whether a footballer believes something or other, or two people arguing over whether a politician is good or bad, and we're not going to affect their career. You know, I'm not talking about like Trump, where it's like, yeah, people in America need to be angry, they need to vote for him, whatever. I'm not talking about like Theresa May. I'm just talking about really little things where you're like, we can't even control that. Why are you ranting? So I did the sensible thing and culled my accounts for them. Reddit was really winding me up because there was just so much stuff on there where I was just like, I don't agree with this, or I need to comment on this, so I've deleted that off my phone. I don't think they were the causes, but I think they were things that weren't helping. They were things where I was just like, I'm not in the right frame of mind for stuff like this, so I'm just going to get rid of it. I muted half of my Twitter. I don't even know, I used the thing online to do it, and I need to go through now because I think it's muted people that I actually wanted to hear from. And I didn't mean to mute them. I think it just muted blanketly and tried to limit my account where I didn't want to do that. So I need to undo what I did and go back and actually mute people. So if somebody feels like I've muted them because I've not responded, that's why. I'm not ignoring you, and I didn't mute you on purpose. I was only trying to mute certain words and things, and I was toying with the settings, and then suddenly I've noticed it's muted a ton of stuff it shouldn't have muted, which has been fun. The mood has been quite frustrating as well because I mentioned on Mature Gamer that there's something like, I don't know, 25 TV shows coming back that I watch this month, and because I'm in a mood, I went through all of them and I've whittled it down to like a handful that I actually want to bother watching, because either I don't think the writing's good enough, or they wind me up, or they're just depressing or whatever. And I'm thinking these are all shows that I actually quite like, or I will watch at some point, but I'm just in this mood of just get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it, get rid of it, don't want to do that, don't want to do that. And it is a weird feeling because it's not that everything, you know, I'm not sat here thinking I don't want to do anything. I'm enjoying playing my Mario Odyssey on the Switch. You know, I've just completed that and that was fun, but I'm just in that kind of frame of mind of just get rid of stuff. If it's not doing it for me, get rid of it, which is both good and bad because it means I've deleted a load of apps off my phone, I've deleted a load of stuff. It's not really helping. I don't feel any better. I'm still just culling stuff. I just need to get to the point where I figure out what the problem is, I guess, but I don't know, it doesn't help that there's not much going on at home, there's not much going on at work. We're all just kind of going through the motions, trying to kickstart some bits until the busy period starts. So I think the fact that it's quiet has just been affecting me as well. It's weird though, I hate it, because part of me's worrying that it's depression, and I don't think it is. I think I'm just coming down with a bug, but I think when I said to Mrs. Sheepdog I wasn't feeling right, she was just kind of like, oh look, go and speak to someone, see a GP, and I said, well, I don't want to be put on tablets. I don't want them to say it's depression and put me on tablets, because when I was on them, I mean, I'm already fat. I gained so much weight when I was on them. It doesn't make any difference. I felt really unhappy the whole time I was on them, really. It just kind of took the edge off some of it. I don't know, I just need to figure out what the issue is and make a change. It has made me get frustrated with things, like I'm saying I don't really want to do negative videos, but when I'm looking through all the videos I've done, I'm like, I don't know what I want to do with it. I don't really want to just sit here talking about my day all the time. I don't want to be doing videos about, oh, I feel a bit sad. It's just a bit frustrating. part of me thinks maybe I should take a break from it for a bit and just figure out what I actually want to do with it or not do it if I don't have anything actually to do. Because, I mean, if someone else said, if it wasn't me asking this, and someone said, shall I just get a camera out every day and film what I'm thinking, I'd be like, no. So quite frankly, I don't see why I'm doing it. My thoughts and opinions aren't important enough or worthwhile enough to bother with it. So I'm kind of just like, why am I doing it? If I had something, a cause to work for, or something that I was actually doing, it makes sense. But I don't know. But then part of me is like, is that just me feeling down? Is that what that's talking about? You know, and it's not that I'm asking for feedback or sympathy or anything. I'm just trying to figure out what I'm thinking, because I do enjoy doing the videos. It is fun doing them. I've enjoyed talking about stuff. My kids like looking back at the ones I've done about them or with them or our holiday and that sort of thing. But I don't know. I just feel like I'm kind of going through a bit of a, this is all stuff that is it productive, I guess? And this would be productive if I was doing something productive with it, but I don't know if I am. And it's hard to decide, because I feel like I've learned a lot about it. I've got some kit now that is helping me, like holding the phone up or holding the camera up. I've got a proper camera now and that sort of thing. And I don't think I'll ever stop doing it fully. I just think that, I don't know, maybe I need to stop for a little bit to figure out what I'm doing with everything. The writing's frustrating me a bit at the moment. There's a few topics I'm working on with people, and I'm like, we found out one of them is coming out as a TV show based on a book that's been out for God knows how long, and it's quite a famous book, and I'm like, I didn't know that, because it wasn't my idea, the topic, it was someone else's idea, and I'm working with them on it. But I said to them, well, what's the point? Pretty much the entire premise and the middle part have been taken, and I don't know how their one ends, but it could end the same way. So what's the point of us writing ours? Even if we change the ending, it's got the same premise, so we can't really even go with that. So I'm not going to go into detail of what it was, because I don't know how famous the actual book is, so I don't want to feel too stupid. But that was a frustrating kickback, because then I'm thinking, I haven't wasted too much time on it, but it's frustrating to think that I could have wasted I could have spent days and days writing it, and it would have just been heartbreaking finding out that this was already in existence. I know I'm not even saying it's like an unoriginal idea. I know there's no original ideas in the world, but this is plot, story, very, very similar. I mean, I'm not even going to get into it. It's just identical. The advert covered the premise of what we were starting to work on, and it was a realistic sort of drama thing as well. So it wasn't like it was some fantasy thing and what are the odds. It was, I don't know. It doesn't bear thinking about. But I'm frustrated with that, because I'm thinking I need to get better at doing the other stuff with that and doing it. But I don't know. Anyway, I don't know what. I'm a bit all over the place really this week, and hopefully it'll just pass. I'm not going to make any commitments to stopping or not stopping or whatever either way. I'm not going to say this is not what I'm doing. All I'm saying is I'm weighing up a lot of stuff, I guess, and I don't know what I'm doing, but I'll probably just do when stuff happens at the moment. If I go tomorrow, if I have something to talk about, I'll talk about it. Brilliant. If I don't, I'm just gonna put a tweet out. It's not very good. It's a bit flaky. I know I'm not keeping to a routine. There's all these kind of rules and suggestions about this sort of thing, but at the moment, I don't think there's too much to lose. So I'm just gonna crack on and do whatever until I figure it out. So I'm gonna wrap up. Thanks for watching. Yeah. I appreciate it, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. I don't really have much more to cover off than that. Cheers.